Sup guys, HTG Brian here, back with more LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. This is level 25, Revelations. Free play! We're gonna snag up all 6 of those Kyber bricks, including that True Jedi status, the 5 Minikits, and of course all 3 challenges. Now, I do want to point out that one of the challenges is a task that requires 5 locations. So we do have some quick links down below in the video description to each one of those. Oh, thank you, Thumbie, for the reminder. Now, I also want to point out one of the other challenges is called Most Impressive. It happens to be number 2 on the in-game list, but it's the 3rd challenge we accomplish in this video because it actually requires us to complete the level in under 10 minutes. Now, I cannot stress this enough. You have to be on a speed run mentality here and move as quickly as possible, or you will not get this in one go. But it is possible to get all of the Minikits and the challenges in the 10-minute time frame. So here we go. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner, I've officially got a timer ticking away, and we're going to go ahead and get it done in just about 9 minutes and 47 seconds. But the battle does start off with Luke and Vader locking sabers, and of course we get tossed down below. Now, one of the challenges is called Force Feedback. You're going to have quite a few options and possibilities to throw or yeet 3 things at him, but you can see we actually get it done in the first like 20 seconds of this battle. So just simply use the Force by pressing the circle button on PlayStation. Could be B or A depending on which other console you're playing on. And then just make sure that your reticle, your aimer, is right over the top of him, and then press, I believe it's the R2 or L trigger, right trigger, or right ZR? I never could understand those switch trigger buttons. They went with some weird labelings there, but again, if you missed the 3 opportunities here to yeet some stuff at him, you will have an option later as we do get to battle Vader. It goes on the whole level, guys. Come on. All right, we are going to switch to R2 and make our way over to the panel here. And, of course, in our story version, we went all the way around and tried to make sure that we did not complete this in 10 minutes. This time, we're going straight for the terminal and trying to solve it inside out as quickly as possible. Once you successfully complete that, it's going to lift up this giant claw, and we're going to yeet up top, yeah, buddy, and, of course, push old Vader back along the ledge. We're going to spam, and knock him down below. Now, as soon as we drop down below, we're going to look to our left and run over to a lever and rip it on down, and then we got to wait for this, it looks like a carbonite press, to go ahead and get down and retrieve a Minikit. Now, while that's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and chase away the Ugnaughts in the back corner there. There's the first of 5 locations of those Ugnaught-y guys, and we're going to go ahead and show you where they all are. And of course, if you're in a hurry to check those out, we do have individual quick links for each one of those. Now, before making your way out of here, don't forget to collect that Minikit and smash the debris blocking the R2 panel here, which we're going to go ahead and slide it on around. Oh, I went the long way. See, there's a couple of situations here that I lost time when I could have been gaining time. So my efficiency isn't as good as it could be, but we're going to go ahead and keep on with the keeping on down into the lower left path, which will lead us to a fuse, and also the second location of the Ugnaught. So we got 2 of the 5 done did. We're going to use the Force to lift up that fuse and place it in place. Inside, we're going to smash, bang, and boom everything in the room, but also, most importantly, going to go ahead and trigger the Ugnaughts, which happens to be the 3rd location. Now, I'm going to toggle to R2 really quickly because he has the grapple ability, and in this middle tube, there is a plug up top that's going to allow us to rip it on down and collect number 2. Minikit, that is. Now, in the left-hand side, there is a bunch of stuff to smash. I recommend doing 1 or 2 ground pounds as it will help us with our stud accumulation. However, don't waste too much time because we really just need to get on that switch and grapple the handle down so we can get on out of here. Now, notice the door wasn't opening yet, so I snuck in and got another lightsaber toss. But we're going to go ahead and slide on down into the next big room here. We're going to look left immediately and head over to the protocol droid terminal where we're going to go ahead and access this bad boy. All you got to do is press the action button, for us it's X, to go ahead and indicate the alarm. Once that happens, back off of that by hitting circle or B, whatever the case may be for you, and walk towards the big terminal on the left side there where the Minikit should be presenting itself. All you got to do is get up close to that glass tube, and it should reward you. Now, on our way out of here, we're sort of walking towards the exit, but also using our blaster to take out as many items as possible to collect studdage, because, again, it's going to be pretty close. Now, we do get above and beyond, but knowing that, you know, you guys are probably going for the time thing here, too. It's important that you got to balance or juggle them both. Now, we got another up-close and personal session with Vader here, so we'll go ahead and complete her demeter, and then we'll deplete his meter. Now, I'm trying to get some background chaos ensuing here. I'm trying to grab some items to bust them open and get more studs, but just know that you shouldn't have to work too hard if you've been smashing things along the way, especially if you got the 3 items yeeted at him. You should be in pretty good shape. As long as you're halfway or above through the blue by now, you should be good to go. And just note too, it's probably a lot easier to grind studs than it is to get the 10-minute mark. So you choose whatever works best for you. Now, this is a weird situation here. I'm not sure why it does this. I had to play this level a couple of times due to scouting and then a failure. But ultimately, I couldn't figure this out. Like, why is he just standing there wasting our precious time? I just recommend staying close to him, as eventually he will lock sabers, and then you'll have to spam away to get that meter completed. And eventually we'll be back to the battle, as you can see. And we have almost got him done did. And we'll lock again, I believe. Or no, he just throws us up in the air and blasts us through the back window after throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, which is coming next, I think. And then we got a piano. We got all sorts of stuff. That might not have been the sink. That's a shopping cart of sorts. There's a piano. We got all sorts of stuff with Rupert, a bicycle. And it's weird that the bike is actually what shatters the glass behind us. Go ahead and rapidly press the button showing on screen. You're probably going to get thrown out the window. If you're lucky like me, you'll get thrown off the ledge and plummet to your doom. As soon as you get out, you're going to want to go towards the left. The game wants us to go to the right, but we're going to go to the left and use this hero terminal. And once we complete it, it's actually going to reward us with another Minikit. Now, you might have noticed there was an Ugnaught right there, too. Quite possible that you might miss that guy, as you are supposed to be going to the right. Now, we're going to take off with R2 and do a couple of butt slams. And the reason we're using him is because he has got the grappler. I recommend, for speed, using the wall run. But if you're a little bit short on studdage, you might need to go ahead and use the grapple points. Now, I sort of botched this. Not only did I miss the timing on that, but I sort of missed the original spot there. Now, there's another Ugnaught right there. I did not label him because you have to go by him. There's no way you can miss that guy. And ultimately, so technically there's 6 Ugnaughts. But again, you cannot miss that one, so I just figured that it wasn't worth labeling. Now, I did a character switcheroo here because as we get to the end, we're going to need to go into a room and press a button. And for whatever reason, I thought it might be quicker to toggle to my other character versus trying to switch characters once I got here. But the joke's on me because the game actually toggles you to Luke anyways, because that's what it wants us to be as we make our way through here. Now, important, you're going to want to stop at the first right door and take out this poster of Lando on the back wall, as it's going to reward us with the final Minikit. And you're going to want to move quickly and avoid all other doors except for the back left one, as that's where the final Ugnaughts are. We're going to go ahead and open that up, and inside the door, booyakashow, we find the final batch of the Ugnaught-ys, and we'll go ahead and flip the switch on the right, which is going to reveal Vader. You can see down in the bottom corner, we're just under 8 minutes when we find him, and we got about 1.5 minutes to 1 minute and 40 seconds worth of battling left. Now, keep in mind, you could miss some button prompts. You might not be as efficient as a fighter as I am, or you could even be better. So the outcome here is really going to be up to your skill level, and I cannot stress it enough. As you get thrown to the other side of this walkway here, be patient and don't spam buttons. Look for the on-screen prompts, because it does prompt you for different tasks. Like, I think square is the first one. Yep. And then X maybe. Now, yours is likely going to be different, so don't be looking for the buttons we see. Just be ready for the game to present those options for you and try to successfully complete those quick time events. Now, once you get out of the final platform here, it's going to be just a battle royale. You just got to knock his block off and deplete that meter. And once you do, it should hopefully reward you with the 10 minutes or less, assuming you've been booking it through this level like we have. And again, if you don't get the 10-minute mark, but get all the collectibles, that's okay. Just note that your run for the time will be much easier not having to collect all the Ugnaughts and, you know, grappling things. You could wall run instead, right? You could skip a few smashings. Like, I've got confidence that if you're close, you will get it. And look at this. We're coming into the final spammage here. We've got 9:24 was our final time there. So if I could do it in 9.5 minutes and collect all those collectibles, I'm pretty confident you can do it with or maybe without, depending on how fast your little fingers move. All right, we've officially landed on Hoth again, and we're going to check off the old final totals here as we got Revelations complete, which actually wraps up episode 5 as well. So not quite in the home stretch. We'll probably start labeling that once we get into episode 9. But ultimately, we are well over the halfway point for challenges, collectibles, and more regarding the story and free play, right? We still got lots and lots of free roam left, lots of Kyber bricks, puzzles, and things to do. But, you know, we'll get there when we get there. All right, all those challenges complete, and of course, those mini kits build up the Rebel X-Wing Microfighter, which is pretty sweet. And both of those character slots there were actually added in the story, so nothing new there. But woo to the who! Episode 5 is complete for us, and hopefully you too. That's going to go ahead and do it for level 25 of Revelations Free Play. Don't forget to click that like button down below if you found this video helpful. Of course, HappyThumbsGaming.com is available for your viewing pleasure, as well as our social media pages. But as for me, guys, that's going to do it for now. As always, until next time... Slip!